am going to cover some resources that you can use for the exam. We have the Exam2 Practice, and as we look here, using AI, Google, or other help, online or in person, is cheating. So I have provided a list of queries that you may list on the exam. You can find that here. This does link outside of the exam. You're welcome to use it this way. If you're a student who does better with something printed out, you are welcome to come to class with this printed out for use on the exam. The important thing to know is that the auto grader will only work after 75% of the time has passed. This means that you're going to do most of this exam without the auto grader, and then when everybody's frantically doing it at the same time, which is in the last 15 minutes of class, you might only get it to run once. So you might only get that feedback once. I'm doing this to encourage you to write your queries and test them so that you're not just running against the autograder. Your score will be placed in the Exam2 Practice score assignment. I can only put points directly into assignments. And then the quiz will need to be completed by the date in Canvas. Here is the sample exam. You should expect to see many similar questions on the exam. So the first thing we need to do is download the database. So a quick review of using SCP, although if you have WinSCP set up or some other GUI way of doing it, that works perfectly well. I can see that I have downloaded the file that I want into my downloads folder, copy it to the SSH machine. I put SCP, the name of it, and then go to SSH like normal, followed by a colon, which says what location do I want it on that machine, and / is the default location, which is your home directory. When you get this line, 100%, it's there. Now that means I want to SSH to my home account, and I'm on the SSH machine. When I do ls, from here I can see that I have the Exam2 Practice.sql. So I'm going to copy that over to my VM. And again, I have it copied over, and I see the 100% that it's there. So then I can just log into my VM. And if I do ls, I can see the Exam2 Practice is right here. So that is step one, put it on your VM. Then we're going to create a database in MySQL called this. Now that I'm on the machine, I can create my database. Now I've created it, then you must use it, and there should be nothing in it because we just created it, so there's no tables. So now we want to bring in that database that we have, so source, and now I can do show tables, and I can see the tables I'm working with, their ingredients and recipes. Put your queries in the file called Exam2 on GitHub. This is the same as what you would do in a normal assignment, is put your queries on GitHub. You'll always run them first here to make sure that they work. So make sure you launch the auto grader before your time is up. Otherwise, the exam will not be graded. I can run the auto grader on your exams right after class, so I can make sure it gets graded at that time. So last minute changes will still show up. Okay, so list the tables in the Exam2 Practice. I just did that. So I have show tables as my command. Now you need to go into your GitHub account, just like you would do on an assignment, and put in GitHub the commands. So here's my GitHub account. I go into exams and I see Exam2 Practice right over here. Go into it, there's no code in here, but that first code that we saw was show tables. And then I can commit it. Since this is the practice, I do allow it to be auto-graded immediately, this is not what will happen on the real exam. So let's go look at actions so we can see what this is doing. Now I can go look in the grader and check and see how it graded things. So I go to grade things, run my grader, and then you're going to have to go all the way to the bottom. And here I can see running grader for assignment 2 or exam 2 practice score. I should have 12 queries, but I only have 1. But it looks at query 1 and it says it passed. And so then that score, which is 8%, will be recorded to Canvas.